everyone. Welcome in. I'm Ann with Andale Homestead.
And this is Sandy with Suburban Homesteader, Wyoming, Arizona.
I'm Monica at Bland's Promised Land Ranch.
Hello, everyone. It is Casey over at Ormsby Farm. And y'all, we are so excited that y'all are in tonight for our Hey Yall Hey live radio show. Now, listen, y'all, it is December
10th.
Yes.
Y'all,
We're in double digits.
We are. We're right. And Christmas is not knocking on, Santa's door. And you may have visitors and family coming in town, and you're probably having to wash a lot of sheets and pillowcases. And today's episode is going to be great for you because we're going to talk about homemade laundry detergent. Y'all like how I did that? I like
That's
slid that
good.
in
I
that
did.
way.
I do.
We're going to be talking about homemade laundry detergent, homemade soaps, and it was a great episode. But before we get into that, Miss Ann, would you say hello to everyone? I'm going to scroll back up to the top. Okay, here we go.
I would absolutely love to. First one in tonight. Rebecca, touched by yarn. Hey, darling. Glad to see you. Jersey Dolphins, my best guy from Jersey's in here tonight. I like your profile picture. It's new. Hey, Jesse's girl. How are you, Lisa? So glad to have you. Teresa Jukowitz. We're thrilled to have you in the audience tonight. Rudy, you going to keep us up on the time tonight. That's wonderful. Thank you. Two Doves, Bees, and Garden. They're going to be celebrities real soon. Well, hey, Broke Farmer. How are you doing? Thank you for being here, honey. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. I think, and Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. He's everybody's mod father. I do, Mr. Jesse. So glad. And Cynthia DeLotte, all the way from the Netherlands. And Bland's Promised Land Ranch. You're in here too. So glad to have everyone. So today we're talking about making your own soap, all sorts of soaps, washing powder, dishwashing detergent, bar soap, hand soap, all kinds of soaps. Sandy, I know you've probably made soap for a while. Is that true?
It is true.
How did I know?
Soaps are fun to make. Like I like making my own soaps for my laundry. I've made it liquid in 5-gallon buckets. I've made it powder that you just take in a little scoop at a time. I've made lots of soaps.
Ooh, look at that.
So if I'm going to give it to somebody, I usually like to take a paper, one of those fun craft papers that matches the color of the soap, some fun ribbon or yarn. Just makes it a little more special, especially at Christmas time.
That's so fun.
Now, Sandy, what kind of soap maker are you? Are you more of a goat milk? Are you coconut oil? Are you lard? Are you what do you like as your base oil?
Well, I've made them a lot of different ways. I do like coconut oil just because it's not expensive. It's pretty easy to do. I do have access to goat's milk. We have a store downtown that can sell it because in Wyoming you can sell raw milk.
Oh.
And so I have made some of that. I've made glycerin soaps, that you just buy at the store and you melt and add stuff to it. And
okay.
I like this one. I put it in a mold, which was actually, I think, a cupcake mold, maybe. Can't remember.
What?
But
It's so cute. Little sunflower.
Anything that's a silicone mold, you can pour your soaps in. And, a lot of times I'll just slice it. But why not have something fun?
That is fun. I've never made soap, like bar soap. I've never made that before. I have made laundry soap and some dishwashing detergent, but not any kind of bar soap. And so it is so intriguing to me. I want to learn. You guys are teaching me all the time.
Well, it's nice because you can, I always think that the very first bar soap you should make should be that glycerin.
Okay.
You just buy the sections. They have it. You can add different colors to it. You can add stuff to it. You're just melting it in the microwave, but it kind of just lets that baby step coming.
Yeah.
And because your next step, you're using lye, the next kind of soap. And so that there's a lot more things involved.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I think it's a learning process. There's some really fabulous recipes online. I've taken lots of soap classes. Our art center here in town, there used to be a gentleman that loved to make soaps, and he loved to teach people how to make soaps.
Okay.
Gosh, we'd put micas in there and different things in there, different colors in there. It was just fabulous.
Well,
And
now, Sandy, another question for you, because I love making soap too, so I always challenge people and question them. Are you more of a cold press or hot press kind of girl?
well, I've done both, but I'd say more cold press.
Me too.
Yeah.
What's the
I
difference?
tried well, with cold press, you're making it, and then it's got to sit for a while, like
Yeah.
a good solid 4 to 5 weeks
Yeah.
Wow.
minimum before you can use it. Hot press, they say you do it in a crock pot. They say within 24 to 48 hours you should be able to use the soap. It just didn't make it as pretty to me. You doing hot press soap?
Yeah, and I don't think it lasts as long. Like I have some bars of cold press that I've probably made 10 years ago.
Oh,
And
okay.
they haven't got that weird stuff on the edges. I think they're perfectly fine to use.
Mhm.
Where I guess people in the chat might chime in on, if they've done some hot press, how long they think that soap lasts. I've just found for myself that the cold press really lasts a long time.
It does, and it gets better with age. It's like a good cheese or a good wine. It gets better with age. Doing cold press. But what about you, Monica? Have you done, before we answer Broke Farmer's question, because that's a good question, because we did.
Yeah.
It is a good question. Thank you, Brooke.
Have you done soap before?
So one time I think I did as a little experiment with the kids, and it was like an oatmeal coconut soap something or other, and I like put it in the little mold and bought all the stuff. I think it was even like, I think I might even bought like it was like a goat's milk soap bar thing that you can melt down and mix around, and I don't know, I was like getting fancy and all excited, and we used it, and it was like mush when I was using it. I was like, oh, stupid. And then we were like using it, and I was like, this is gross. And I'm like, get one of Casey's bars, because we still had bar soap from your house from when we visited. And I was like, this is dumb. Just go get rid of it and get one of the Casey bars. So yeah, I didn't like it. But we tried, and that was my only try. And so I have like all
try again. And coconut oil, as Sandy said, I've found to be probably the easiest if you're starting fresh with bar soap. Coconut oil, beside the glycerin. I mean, the coconut oil, it's simple. But can you make liquid soap? And we talked about, I'm trying to present the recipe on here.
Can you like hand pump liquid soap is what he's talking about, probably, right? Like a body wash soap?
Like a hand soap?
That's what I would do.
Yeah, you can make that. You can make it with a Castile soap. Oh, see? Castile soap.
Okay.
And you can change that essential oils to make it smell different if you want it, or
This is the one that I liked, and I talked about this on our episode too. No,
he's saying body wash.
Oh, body wash.
Body wash.
Yeah, there are a lot of recipes online to make your own body wash. Yeah, and there's some really good books if you stop by your library.
I've used this. I've used this one right here. This was from, what was it, Monica? What was her website name? It was like Broke Mom or
Hold on, I'll find it. I was on it just like the other week.
But I've used this as body wash before.
Okay.
It lathers nicely. I mean, the oils, like the sweet almond oil, the vitamin E oil, especially for men, is very, very healthy for men hair growth. To have, like when I do beard balms, to have a nice full beard, vitamin E oil is in a lot of that stuff. So it's really good for men's hair growth. Now, women can use it too if you're okay with having a beard or hairy arms.
Well,
you'll get that good hair growth.
Make it big so he can screenshot it, he says. Can you make that?
Was it the Nerdy Farm Wife? Is that what it was, Casey?
No, it was like Broke Mom something. hold on, let me try to get.
I'm gonna go look.
There we go. There we go, Broke. Get that screenshot, honey. Now,
the other thing about vitamin E is a really good preservative for your soap. Like
Yes.
this recipe says optional. I don't think it's optional.
I don't either.
I
Okay.
think you need to put vitamin E in there.
Absolutely.
So the tea tree essential oil and the lavender essential oil, is that something that smells? Because I made some hand sanitizer when the hand sanitizers, we couldn't find it anywhere. Hey, Prepper 101. And then I put too much tea tree oil in the first batch. It was very potent, very extremely.
Yeah, tea tree is potent. I think the essential oils are really just up to your scent. Because I know, Miss Ann, you don't like a lot of smelly stuff, huh?
It just makes me kind of sick.
And
You're allergic to. Okay,
Sandy, correct me if I'm wrong, but it also the brand of essential oils that you get, because a lot of them don't go to get essential oils from Walmart.
Right.
I'm just saying, you're gonna get that smell that you want, but it's not really essential oil. It's more like fragrance oil than essential oil. And I'll tell you, crazy story. Anybody that watches this live know that I have this clawfoot bathtub right here that is out of commission. But one night, wanting a very peaceful night, you fill up with the bubble bath and the essential oils. Well, I got a Walmart brand peppermint, which was supposed to be soothing for your body, right? Well, this was not necessarily an essential oil. This was more of a fragrance oil, and I put too much in, and my whole body felt like you were rubbing it with that Flexol, for like a good solid 6 days. So,
oh gosh,
you know where you're getting it. Hey, hello.
Hey, Milk and Honey Heritage Farm. She makes soap all the time. She sure does.
Okay, Casey, Mom for Real. That's what it was.
Mom for Real. Okay, I'm gonna try to see if I can't put it in a banner because
Mom for Real
with the number 4.
Okay,
so it's
Mom that's the place to go.
Real. That's where we went to get a lot of our homemade soaps, all the different cleaning, laundry stuff. You can get a DIY wrinkle releaser spray, like when you have sprays. So she's got a lot of really nice recipes there for cleaning and for, everything.
Thank you,
Can I tell you, Monica, I tried. So if you listen to the episode, Monica convinced me to try to make homemade beads, the scent beads.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried them and I like it. I like it. They smell good. Now, do they smell as potent as like the Gain scent beads? No. But again, that goes back to, are you using essential oil or fragrance oil in it? But it works really well if you don't want all that chemicals on your body. Try it out. Go and listen. I'm not going to share that recipe on here, but go on and listen to the podcast and get that recipe because it does work. It works great.
And I actually think I got it from momforreal.com. Now, I will say too, okay, so here's my dilemma now. I've been doing the non-dryer sheets, right? Trying to go like no dryer sheets. So I don't want all that stuff in my clothes anymore. And my kids are, trying to get used to it. But I have a lot of boys and they have hairy legs. And I'm dealing with now a lot of static.
Oh.
And I have the dryer balls and they're not cutting it. So does anybody out there have some sort of miraculous something that can help me cut the static on these people's clothing?
Do you have access to sheep wool or alpaca wool that you can make a ball with?
Well, I have the dryer balls and they're made with wool.
Yeah, but if you have some that you actually can felt yourself, I find it much better than anything that I bought.
Okay.
And you can put a scent in that,
I might have a lady that actually has wool that I can get from, so I can reach out to her. But
gardeners do sheep?
No. Well, yeah, but I don't know that they do. I don't know that they shear their sheep like that.
Well, and when they shear their sheep has so much lanolin in there. And I think that's what part of it that helps with the dryer.
Got it.
Where when you're getting processed stuff from a store,
yeah.
One, I don't know where that sheep's from. and what kind of chemicals they've sent that through before they made those balls.
Yeah.
Okay. Brooke says he doesn't use anything in the
Do you
dryer.
get static? Are you getting static, Broke? Because I'm getting so much static. These people, like I'm pulling things, it's like snapping. It's just like static clang. I mean, I'm seeing like arcing between a pair of jeans and a pair of socks. And my 16-year-old walked in the other day. He's like, I need lotion. And I'm like, okay. And Eric has a tall bottle of lotion next to his toothbrush and toothpaste and all this stuff, because in the mornings when he gets out of the shower, the first thing he has to do is put lotion on his legs, because if he doesn't, his dress pants for work will literally stick to his legs all day.
Oh no,
So he has to lotion.
And it's very uncomfortable. I'm telling you,
is.
ladies have it easy, because that's why I started shaving legs, because it is uncomfortable. You get rashes.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah, that's terrible.
He ain't not shaving his legs. That's
No,
for
he's
sure.
not.
Oh, yeah, no, Eric's not going to do that.
So
Troy
he's like,
says-
Monica, he's like, I just need you to give me a cheap bottle of lotion for the bathroom so I can like lather my legs up in the morning. So that's what we got.
goodness.
So here comes my 16-year-old. He's like, I need dad's leg lotion. I'm like, okay, leg lotion. He's gonna kill me. He's gonna be like, great. You told everybody I have staticky legs, Monica. He says no static.
Hi, Eric.
No
Well,
static.
is there something? I mean, I was told that if you put a little white vinegar in your wash, it
Will that
stops
help?
the static
I
clean
think that can help.
in the dryer.
Okay. So I used to add vinegar all the time because it helps with smells and scents and stuff. So
Mhm.
it helps kind of. So I'm just going to start putting vinegar in my dryer. I mean, my washer again, because
Mhm.
I ran out, so I just never brought it back out. But
Does
I'm gonna
help.
keep
Aren't
my
you on
bottle
well
out.
water too?
No, we don't have well water.
No. I know
Yeah.
for our well water, it's so
You
hard.
don't have leg hair.
I've got to put vinegar in my water.
Yeah. Well,
It's
Brooke
not-
don't have leg hair, so this is not helping me. Eric got leg hair.
I'm pretty sure if you put vinegar in your water, or even baking soda helps as
Okay.
well. And
Mhm.
we talked about baking soda on the podcast
We
and
did.
Yeah.
how that helps. Monica, you were speaking about how that helps with the washing machine, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, and I do that sometimes. I just haven't done it as much. And I know I will use washing powder. And lately I've had, well, in the past, really, not lately as much, but in the past, I've had issues with, littles who have soiled their bed at night. So if you have somebody that pees the bed, sometimes you actually can do a wash load of just borax and water. And that helps strip that scent out of there. And then you can rewash with your laundry detergent and your like washing powder or some baking soda. And that also helps with a second clean of the washing soda, and the baking soda itself too will help pull them smells out of the scent, the smells out of whatever it is, whether it's towels
you
or sheets
go.
or whatever.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think I'm just going to have my vinegar out there again. Maybe that'll help with the static, because, you can try all natural things, but sometimes it really does affect the quality and people start to notice.
Well, if their pant legs are sticking to them, they would
Or if they're
certainly
walking
know.
along and they got a sock stuck to their butt that doesn't belong there.
Well, and I think Monica, you did it. I'm just saying, you called out Susan Guest and Eric Bland on the podcast
Yeah.
because one thing about my mother is she's all for trying the organic,
Mhm.
all natural stuff, but like with well water, our stuff just smells soiled. I can wash the clothes, but you leave it like 20 minutes in the mud room and it smells soiled. And it's because if you have hard well water, sometimes you kind of need that fakeness to make it smell
I got
pretty
you.
again.
With the scent beads. And so, how did you make your scent beads, Casey?
It was the Epsom salt
Mhm.
and it was the essential oil, right, Monica? I did it like right after we shot the episode, which was about a month ago.
Yeah.
And I did a little tester,
Mhm.
and I did a tester of the powdered laundry detergent that we talked about, and I didn't mix the homemade essential beads in with them like you normally do. Like the recipe calls for you to have the essential beads added in with your borax and all that kind of stuff. I did it separate, and I poured it in there and let the water come up. So it's like it's already filling up. and then I sprinkled that. And
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't notice any bad stuff with Epsom salt in my washer. I
Yeah.
mean, a lot
Well,
of people are nervous about that it messes up your washer. I haven't noticed. I only
Well,
did
they
like
say-
2 loads, but
I
still.
think somebody was saying it can be bad, but actually I had read something else that it was actually good for it. Like it helps clean it or something. It just depends on whether you have an older washer or a newer one. I have an old
The
one.
Epsom salt helps cut down on the hardness of the well water,
Got it. Okay.
which
Okay.
people use that for the well water. So, Sandy, are you on well water?
No, we have city water, but a few years ago, before we got the Madison, Madison is an aquifer in South Dakota, and they piped it over here. We had the worst water ever.
Oh,
Wow.
I mean, it smelled. It came from the city, but the whole process, it started with water that didn't smell good.
mhm.
And you didn't drink water in a cup off of you had to filter it.
Wow.
You know,
Oh,
it was just horrible. But now we have the Madison, and so our water is really good.
It's funny because I think sometimes people don't realize how important it is to have like good water. Like
It's
in
great.
Maryland, our water, you could just get it from the tap. It was good. Never thought anything of it. When we moved here 10 years ago and the kids were just like grabbing water from the tap, and I was like, ooh, nope, nope. And so when we go back to Maryland or even when we go to South Carolina, my mom's water is just so good. We'd be
Yeah.
drinking a lot of water.
You have to bring yourself some gallons home. So on the washing powder, I unfortunately came in here and did not bring my supplies, and so I don't have the recipe in my head. Casey, you and I had a very similar recipe for washing detergent. And the only washing detergent that I have personally made so far is the liquid laundry detergent. But I'm interested in doing the powdered laundry detergent this time. And let's see.
Let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger, Casey. Come on now.
Oh yeah, that's what we use too. That's what I've used before in the past.
And that's for what?
That's for the dry laundry.
This is for
soap.
the dry, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Super easy. Borax, washing soda, and then the bar of soap. The bar of
Zote or
the other one, yeah. Fells
And that other one, you don't even have to have a label if you don't want to.
Yeah,
I mean,
I use the Fells Naphtha. I think that's the pink one.
yeah, naphtha.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And I put a little bit of baking soda in there.
if you put the bar of soap in your microwave and heat it up a little bit, you can just grind that apart. Oh my gosh, because it is a hard soap.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
But if you put it in the microwave and it kind of expands itself and you can grind that up, it's so much easier.
Nice.
Well, when I made this, me and Ann talked about it on the episode. I found an original recipe that had you added in the scent beads, like the Gain scent beads, and you also added in what's the one that's supposed to help the whites?
The OxyClean.
Yeah, OxyClean. Those were the 2 ones that I added in with this, and I tried making just what's on the screen separate from my homemade scent beads, and it worked well. I mean, did it work amazing like the fake stuff that you buy in the store? Did I smell like how Eric Bland wants to smell?
Yeah, like a Tide or a Gain clean.
But I knew it was all natural stuff that was going on my body, so it made me feel better that way.
Okay. So, and Bob from Robin Hood Homestead says, with our well water, I have to change the antidote run in our water heater like one time every 3 years or 3+ years. And that gets rid of our egg smell.
Wow.
I'm not sure what that is, the antidote run.
I think it's supposed to say rod.
Rod. Okay.
It's
rod.
Pump, right? Is that the thing, Bob, that you changed right by where the pump is? Because we've changed that. No, we've changed it once.
Well, depending on your
Yeah,
water,
he said rod.
It will literally corrode it to nothing.
Wow.
And so depending on if you have really strong well water, if you have bad water that comes from the city, it will make it so that your water heater isn't working And
Right.
so Joe's gone in there and, had to replace those several times until we got the good water.
Yeah, we've had to replace ours as well. In fact, our water heater just died over the weekend.
Oh no.
The water came pouring out of the water heater, and that's not where you can replace anything. I stepped out of bed into a pile of water that went over my feet.
Oh no. Over your feet.
And I let out a yell and said, "Babe!" And he came running. What? He thought I had fallen or something, and he came in there and said, "What is this?" Oh gosh, yeah. So, but that is another thing. You need to plan ahead. All of a sudden, we had no water in the house, and so you think, "Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I'm prepared for long term if I have to go out and get the creek water for the toilet, but what in the world? Thank goodness we did have our it's not a Berkey, but it's a Berkey wannabe water filter that was filled and a few bottles of water already in the kitchen. But
Nice.
you'd be amazed how much water you use when you don't have it.
Yeah.
So we replaced the water heater this weekend. That was fun.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask Monica, since it's so staticky, do you find that different times of the year you have more of that problem? Because like right now in the winter, we have our wood stove going. And I find it much more staticky in the house than any other time of the year. And it's not just my dryer, which I can get static, but just like if I'm doing stuff and I bring my hair down and all of a sudden it's
Yes, I have noticed, and I figure it probably is this time of year. We've only lit one fire so far this year, and that was, or this season anyway, and that was one Saturday when I got home from the wedding. Eric had a fire going because it was cold and it was wet. And it was like raining outside. So, but it's since then I've noticed the static has increased tenfold in the house.
It's that time of year.
That dry air, and I've really got to make sure I've got the humidifier going on a regular basis. But I don't have that in my mud room, so I'm like,
yeah. What was that recipe for, Casey?
That one was for the like laundry detergent.
Okay, citric acid powder.
That's the powdered dish detergent. That was the dish detergent.
That's the dish detergent. Okay.
I have not made the pods, even though I really want to make that. Have you done it yet, Monica?
No, but they look really cool. I still have my expensive laundry or dishwashing pods.
How do you make the pods, though? My daughter-in-law has them.
An ice cube tray.
It's the ice cube tray. And then you pop them out.
Pack them in there, and then you pop them out. Yeah.
Have you done that, Sandy, before? Have you done the pods for the dishwasher?
I would have to own a dishwasher then.
Yeah, she doesn't have a dishwasher.
Oh, you're a dishwasher.
No, I don't have one either.
We've had our house 20 years. I had one for a while. I never used it. And one of our girls, theirs broke down. I said, come over and get it. You can have it.
That's nice.
That was sweet. I bet she appreciated that.
Yeah.
Well, I do want to give everyone a clue. Now, the first time that I made the laundry detergent, and you pour boiling water in a 5-gallon bucket if you want the liquid laundry detergent. I set it outside. It has to set for a while. So I set it outside on the back porch, and it was cool. It was December. And I went out the next day, and it was one solid blob. So I was like, is that what it's supposed to look like? That is not what it's supposed to look like, y'all.
Did it freeze?
It did. It froze.
Wow.
I mean, it was like a slime. It was like a big thing of, like
Jello.
slime or something.
Wow.
Type of consistency. It was a big thing. And so I did have to bring it inside, warm it up. And I used my immersion blender in there to get that back because it still had juice, but a lot of it had congealed in the middle, which is one reason why I wanted to do the dry mix this year instead.
That makes sense. I'm glad you said that because I have never done the liquid before. I've done the dry in the past, and I thought, I could try the liquid. It's a big 5-gallon bucket worth, but I wouldn't do that because this is not the time of year because my mudroom doesn't have any heat.
Oh, yeah.
So what's out there is cold.
It turned into a big old giant ball of slime.
Yeah, that would not be a good thing for me.
It was gross. It was really yucky. So yeah, she said, "Oh no" to the water heater. But yeah, it was something else, I can tell y'all. But I did manage to get it all fixed, to get it warmed up and stir it up, and it never congealed again once it came back to its liquid state. And I did buy those gallon containers with the squishy top that you can squirt stuff out, and filled up jugs for my children for Christmas. I gave them a gallon jug of homemade laundry detergent.
Makes a great gift.
They thought
it does make a great gift.
Yeah, sure. I used to sell the 5-gallon containers of it at one of the farmers markets. People bought them all the time because they didn't want to go through the trouble of making it, but they wanted something that was more better for next to their skin.
Yes.
Right.
You know, and I always tried to use flavors like lavender or a citrus, just something. And then I'd always make ones with no scent at all, because some people don't want a scent at all.
Yeah.
Right. That's what a great idea.
That's a really good idea.
Oh, what?
Gosh, to get a 5-gallon bucket worth of laundry detergent, you know, most of the time you would think that would last you quite some time. Not with 8 children, mind you, but it would last you a while in a retired couple's home anyway, with just the 2 of us.
The 5-gallon would last us a very long time here with just the 2 of us.
That's cool.
But I think I sold them for $25. I didn't think that was a bad price at all.
Oh no, that's not a bad price.
When I figured how many loads of laundry you get out of that versus you're paying $25 for some of those Tides.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and you get
All bottle.
30 or 45 washes is all.
Yep, that's right.
Oh my, that's awesome.
And you don't need as much either. You don't need as much when you make it yourself. So that's very interesting.
That's pretty cool. I love all the different recipes you can make. I like all the variety and the fact that you don't have to do it just one way, that you can do it all the different ways, and that whatever works for you and works for your family. That's you know, somebody may love and be able to do the liquid better and just have that large, the large amount, or maybe even just a small amount, or even maybe the scent boosters, or just trying something, a smaller version of something, or starting out small, because maybe you're not ready to commit to the laundry detergent yet, but maybe you want to try to get a little natural and do some of the scent beads or something, the scent
beads, or the dish detergent,
or the dish.
Like
Exactly.
Yeah. My friend does all of her own shampoo, body lotions, washing detergent, dishwashing detergent, soaps, body soaps, everything. She has gone all in 100%, and I want to get there. I'm not there yet.
But,
I want to get
but
there.
don't you think it's just what homesteaders should do? That we look at our vegetable gardens. We're making a vegetable garden. Why? Because we want to know where everything comes from.
Yes.
So you start doing your laundry soap and your dish soap and your hand soap, because you know exactly what is in those.
Exactly.
You know, and because if I can't read that ingredient, if I can't pronounce those words, I don't want to buy it.
Exactly.
That's exactly right. And that is what we do as homesteaders, to try to know exactly what's in there.
Yeah.
And I'd love to have a hand washer, one with a Hondas and squeeze. You would, Heather? You would. You want to roll out your laundry? No, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm rotten. I'm spoiled. I mean, I could probably do it, but I am so spoiled with the washing machine.
I like hanging my laundry out to dry. That's fun. That's a nice calming, very soothing thing. And I like doing it that way. But I need a washing machine.
For us in the South, though, I mean, it's probably a lot of fun where Sandy is. But in the South, if you put it out at a certain time, it's like a cardboard box.
It is like
to bring it in.
But there's
try to get Eric in one of those. He's not going to be worried about the static. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but all you have to do is like when I hang towels out, because I love that smell, right? They're stiff as a board. But all you have to do is throw them in your dryer for 5 or 10 minutes, and they'll just soften all up, and you still have that smell.
There you go.
There
There
we
you
go.
go.
you know.
Mhm.
But
Hey,
like
understood.
one of the things we have now, I have tried it, but we don't do it all the time. But I just thought, what if I couldn't run my washer and dryer?
Mhm.
You know, I do have one of those hand things that I could do, but we bought this little thing that goes on the counter, and it has a handle, it spins it around to wash your clothes, and then I could just hang them out to dry. Just because it's redundant, I know, but
Mhm.
it's not a bad thing, and it wasn't very much money. And I just thought,
Right.
what if I needed that?
Right.
Mhm.
I
It's
mean,
nice
it's to have.
to not have to wash your stuff on a rock, you know? I mean, I think that's
Or in a
wonderful.
big bucket.
Yeah, that's right. So, Casey, you want to close this out, honey? We've been here 30 minutes. We try to hang on to 30 minutes for our
Yeah.
live
We
Thunderstick
do.
Homestead. We're glad to see you in here, honey. We're getting ready to close out. We're talking about sudsy science tonight.
Yes,
Ooh.
we're talking about lots of different soaps today. And if you want to go over and check out, I'm trying to pull up momforreal.com. It's where we got a lot of the recipes that we talked about on the podcast. She has a shampoo recipe. I mean, she has tons of them, and I've tried a good portion of them. Go out, check it. As Sandy said, we talk about our garden. We want to do healthier stuff in our garden. We want to know where it comes from. Start baby steps, saying like, okay, well, my liquid soap on my sink, I'll switch that to homemade. And then it just starts barreling into all the different ones. So don't beat yourself up if you are like me and you are still buying all of your soaps from the store. But we thank you for coming in and talking with us tonight about homemade soaps. We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you go over and listen to the podcast. It was a great podcast.
Mhm.
Go over and click on it and subscribe if you haven't. We're coming from 4 different channels. We're coming from Suburban Homesteader, Wyoming, Arizona, Andale Homestead, Bland's Promised Land Ranch, Ormsby Farms, and Round the Hay Bale. And once we get to Round the Hay Bale, 500 subscribers, we're doing a giveaway, y'all. So you won't want to miss that. Oh, have a good day. Hey, Cheryl. So y'all, we hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. And you have one more, count it, one more live with us this year. And then it's pre-recorded lives. So you'll definitely want to tune in next Tuesday with us so you can see our bright and shiny faces live. I don't know what we're talking about. I
Round the
probably
hay
looked
bale.
that up before I started. We're talking about, this is a good one too. Planning your next year homestead. You won't want to miss it, y'all.
Ooh,
Won't want to miss it.
that's
Won't want to
right.
miss it. We will see you next Tuesday. Y'all have a wonderful week and bye, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.